Okay, so number 6 question says, which of the following oxides, when shaken with water, would give an alkaline solution? Okay, so for alkaline solution, it is by basic oxides. Okay, and basic oxides are metallic oxides. So the option that does not give you metallic oxide is the wrong option. Okay, so like option B, it's not a metallic oxide, non-metallic, and option C is also non-metallic because sulfur is a non-metal and nitrogen is a non-metal. So option A and option D are metals, which are basic oxides, which would be shaken with water to give you alkaline. Okay, so for calcium oxide, that's our correct option because nickel oxide, nickel is a transition metal and it is not soluble in water. Okay, and then question 7 says the student made a statement about the effect of adding water to a solution of hydrochloric acid. So this is more like a dilution process. Now the rate of reaction for magnesium will increase. This is not true because it would not increase. And the B option is the concentration of hydrogen ion will increase. When you are diluting, the main purpose of dilution is to reduce the concentration of hydrogen ion, which is the acidic content. Okay, so that is the wrong option. And then the acid will be neutralized. No, because acids dilute and not neutralize reactions. But the pH will increase because the more you add water, the more it is less acidic. And when it is less acidic, the pH goes away from 1. Sorry, the pH goes away from 1 and it goes towards 14. And when it goes towards 14, it becomes less acidic because 1 is the most acidic and 14 is the least acidic. Okay, so our option is this because the pH will increase. Okay, and then the question 8 says ammonium phosphate has the gram formula mass of 149. Okay, so the percentage by mass of nitrogen will be what? Okay, so we have in this formula here, we can see that nitrogen is 3 altogether because this 3 sums up every element inside. Okay, everything that makes up the compound. So since we have 3 nitrogen, and if you check your data booklet, we would see that the relative mass of nitrogen is 14. So since we have 3 nitrogen, we'll have 42 altogether. So the percentage by mass will be 42 over 149 times 100. Okay, and that is option B. And then question 9, what is the charge on the manganese ion? Okay, in manganese dichromate. Okay, if you check your data booklet, this whole compound is neutral in the first place. So manganese dichromate is neutral. Okay, but if we are to make it ionic, we don't know the charge of manganese, which is what we are looking for, but we do know that of dichromate because in the data booklet it is -2, all summing to 0. So the charge of manganese would now be 0. For this to go over to the side, it to gain a positive sign. So manganese is going to be a +2. And the last is, and the number 10 is compound X. It's saturated, it's insoluble in water, and it has 2 hydrogen atoms for every carbon atom. So which of them is compound S? So for propane, propane is saturated, okay, and it goes with the second option, but for the third option, has 2 hydrogen atoms for every carbon atom. Is wrong because some carbon atom are bonded by 3 hydrogens and some are bonded by 2. Okay, for this also likewise, and for cyclopropane, that is the option because cyclopropane is like this, and each of these carbon has 2 more hydrogens. So it follows strictly the 3 conditions. It is also saturated because it's not made of any double bond or a triple bond. Okay, so but for D, this is very much not saturated. So that's already scraps it out, and it's also not strictly following this. So our option is C.